Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday evening, August 5th. Hard to believe it's August already. Um, we're not at the fair. We're not going to the fair. Sorry about that. But it is August, and somehow or another, students will be having school because it's August. We don't know what that's going to look like either, but it is August, and so we are diligent here at church trying to figure out what kind of discipleship opportunities we may be able to provide for you this fall. Uh, as it goes, we are planning to have church just as we've been having it. We have had more people coming the last couple of Sundays. If that continues and we start to have to fill up our overflow seating more or turn people away, we will consider going to two services. And otherwise, we'll keep doing what we're doing. That's been going well. And so, despite the fact that it's hard to think about August already, this is where we are. But I'm happy to be here with you tonight to give you this Wednesday evening video update. It is later than usual that I'm doing this, so those of you, and I know there are many of you, who just wait up on Wednesdays for this video might be frustrated or disappointed by the time it comes to your mailbox. And the rest of you will probably be waiting until Thursday or later this week for the update. So I apologize for the late uploading of the video this evening, but glad to do it and have this opportunity to touch base with you. And we're excited about church this Sunday. It also means that this Sunday is Communion Sunday. There is a 20% chance of rain right now, which being Wednesday means absolutely nothing in Iowa. But I did want to remind you that we do have a communion plan in case of inclement weather. And obviously it includes everybody staying in church if you're present for communion on Sunday. If you are one of the folks who comes to the parking lot to participate in communion, you will know that we are ready for communion because we will open the front doors and you may come in and receive your elements in the narthex. You may stay in the narthex or you may go back to your vehicle or be outside if it's not raining too hard. And again, that's only if it's raining. So just wanted to give you a reminder that we have a rain plan. We will make the decision on what to do about that at 9:30 in the morning. So we have plenty of time to enact our rain plan. But I expect we'll have a wonderful day as we have the last two times we've had communion together outside, and we won't need that rain plan. But we've got one if we need one that includes the safe distribution of the elements. And since we're talking about being outside for church, thought I might also mention for a little bit of fun that we happen to have some people who are somewhat regularly, I guess you'd call it tailgating, parking lot church. They go outside and park their car in their favorite spot and get their computer out and hook it up and live stream from the parking lot, and then they're able to join people for some fellowship afterwards out in the parking lot as the rest of us exit. So if you feel more comfortable being outside rather than gathering inside and would like to brave that, I think that the folks who gather outside would love to have other people join them. I won't mention their names, but Gary and Meredith Gannon are pretty regular outside, and they're pretty fun. They were joined by the Harris family this last week, and so it was great. And I didn't get a chance to talk to the Harrises, but I imagine that it's a little more freeing for their kids, and their kids couldn't be any cuter or sweeter. Nonetheless, they probably feel less restricted to be outside with the things that we're doing inside for church. I don't know if that's the reason that they joined the Gannons. Maybe they just like the Gannons because they're fun. But if you are interested in parking lot church and would like to live stream from church, you certainly are welcome to do that, and you will probably find some company out there. So that's been exciting. We were actually talking on Sunday after church, joking about what measures we might take for when the weather gets cold, how that's going to work out. Speaking of it being August already. One other thing I wanted to talk about this week is an opportunity for those of you who like to golf and want to encourage ministry in our schools. The local Des Moines Central Iowa Youth for Christ, of which our own Josh South is a part, will be having their annual golf challenge on, I think it's Thursday morning. Let me check my calendar. Thursday morning, the 20th. I know it's the 20th. Is that a Thursday? Yes, it is. Thursday the 20th, they will be having their annual golf challenge. This is a fundraiser event for Youth for Christ, and we don't often have opportunities to promote a fundraising opportunity for some of our own folks who are in ministry. Josh South is one of those, and so I know it would be a great encouragement to Josh and Leah and their family if you might want to participate. I believe the cost is $150. You gather as a foursome and have fun and raise money for Youth for Christ. And I would encourage that. I was a part of Youth for Christ when I was a kid. So Youth for Christ has a soft spot in my heart. And if you're interested and available on Thursday morning, August 20th, but you don't want to go alone, you might be able to twist my arm and I could sign up and go with you. I golf at least 0.8 times a year, which means I haven't golfed this year. So you also want to not be very competitive if you golf with me, if you know what I'm saying. But I enjoy it, and it would be wonderful to get out and walk the links together and support Josh and Youth for Christ. So if you're interested in that, please let me know or contact Josh. I have his contact information here. jsouth@giyfc.org. jsouth@giyfc.org. That must mean Greater Iowa Youth for Christ. That's my guess. But it's Youth for Christ, and it's Josh South and jsouth@jayfc.org. And I know that he would love to talk to you more about his ministry, and it would be great to be a part of that if you'd like to. As you know, we are on the downward side of our 5-part sermon series on the book of Habakkuk. So this week we will be in chapter 3, and we'll finish chapter 3 in 2 Sundays, and then we'll be back to the book of Acts. So I know some of you are looking forward to that. Not that anybody's complaining about Habakkuk, because it has been very exciting and meaningful and relevant for us all as well. But Acts is the same, and so we will be going back to the book of Acts. But we'll be entering chapter 3 of Habakkuk this week. So go ahead and read chapter 3. And read it as many times as you can. I've read it already once tonight, and will probably do so again before I go home in my sermon preparation. At the very beginning, there's an interesting word. There's an interesting word, Shigionoth, and I'd be interested to know if any of you look that up and try to figure out what that means. The very beginning of the 3rd chapter of Habakkuk. We'll talk about it on Sunday. So chapter 3 of Habakkuk, it's been good to talk to you tonight. We had confirmation tonight with some of our rising 8th and 9th graders, and online and live. And we've been moving from talking about the person of Jesus Christ and his role in our salvation to the Holy Spirit and his role in our salvation. So we've been talking about regeneration and conversion. And it's been fun. We've been having good conversation, and I'm enjoying my time with our students. So have a wonderful remainder of your week, and I look forward to seeing you, as always, live or live stream at 10:30 on Sunday as we gather together to worship the Lord here at Westkirk Presbyterian Church. Good night.